Hello YouTube and welcome to my boiler room. I'm trying a new tobacco today. One that a neighbor bought for me. She went to England to attend a horse show, I think. And I asked her to buy some pipe tobacco for me. And she asked what to buy. But I just told her, go into tobacco shop and buy something over the counter, just anything. Surprised me. And she did. She came back with a pouch of Mellow Virginia. From Benson and Hedges. To me that's a cigarette band, but apparently they make pipe tobacco as well. And I've smoked it for a couple of days now in different pipes to try it out. And I like it. But I'll start by telling you some facts about it. Doesn't say anything on the pouch, really, but I went to tobaccoreviews.com, and as I said, it's Benson and Hedges, but it's blended by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. They seem to blend a lot. They blend the Peterson tobaccos and they blend the James Fox tobaccos and the Mick McQuaid. They probably do Erinmore as well, and Condor, I'm not sure. And the blend type, it's a Virginia Burley, but it has some Kentucky in it as well. And there's a flavoring of caramel. All according to tobaccoreviews.com. And what do I think? Well, it has a really nice pouch note. It smells of raisins and figs. Sort of Christmassy smell, if you ask me. And not so much caramel, but it's there. A sweet, nice smell. I think I packed this too hard. That's a problem. This is a small bowl, and I sometimes stuff in too much tobacco because I want to get a longer smoke with more tobacco, and I often end up getting a longer smoke, but that's because I have to relight all the time, or sometimes repack. And that wasn't the intention. and yeah, it's a nice, tobacco, nice taste, and as you would expect from the name, it's mellow, it's smooth. I can't. I'm not very good at detecting specific flavors. I can say there's a sweetness in it, and it's quite rich, or at least it feels rich when you've got the smoke in your mouth. I suppose the sweetness comes from the raisin, fig, caramel taste I felt in the room note. But they're not, I wouldn't be able to pick them out. I know some people are excellent at that, but I'm not. Talking Tommy, by the way, does a proper review of Mellow Virginia, and he's good at picking out tastes and telling you where they come from, what type of tobacco. I'm more of a like it, don't like it guy. But like the taste I get now is smooth and nice. It's, to me, it's like a after dinner smoke. But it's a little too smooth. I want my tobacco to be a bit rougher, a bit stronger. That's probably why I like Condor mixed with Borkum Riff, because that's quite rough. But yesterday evening when I was smoking it, towards the end of the barrel, the taste got rougher and stronger. I don't know if it was the nicotine kicking in or what, but at the end yesterday it turned into tobacco that I really liked. From being a nice tobacco that I don't mind smoking, it turned into something that I would like to get more of. So I'll see what happens when I get towards the end today. And I'll go for the Zippo this time. Regarding the room note, at least I can't feel the nice smell I felt from the pouch note. Let's say it's almost more of a cigar smell to me. I don't know, and that's, in my book, that's not a good thing. I think cigars smell terrible. But I don't get any of that in the flavor. It's just in the room note I feel a slight cigar smell. So that was a quick review of Mellow Virginia. So overall, it's a nice tobacco, and I wouldn't have minded if my neighbor had bought more than one pouch. But maybe she'll be going back. I don't know. and the pipe I'm smoking it in is one of my own. It's a made of cherry wood poker, as you can see, and currently it's my favorite. I like the grip. It's got really nice grip. I would want a situation where I could use it to point out stuff, like, I don't know, showing someone our land, and the hill over there, that's where our land ends. Will you see that elk over there or whatever? Or if a army situation. You see that hill over there? That's where the enemy is dug in, and we need the Air Force to take them out. I don't know. General MacArthur smoked a pipe, I think. He probably did stuff like that. I only had a very brief army career. It lasted the whole of 3 weeks. When I was 18, we had the conscript army in Sweden, so everyone had to go unless you had medical reasons, and I was fit as a fiddle then into long distance running, so there was no medical reasons for me not to go. So I went there, but after 3 weeks I felt this wasn't for me. So I quit. I told them I refused to do my military service on political grounds. I felt that the whole army system was just a waste of money. We could do so much more with the money we spent on the army regarding defending Sweden from different threats. So they sent me home, and there was a trial, and I got 4 months in prison for it. And then you only had to serve half your time if you behaved yourself. And being the nice guy I am, I behaved myself, so I only did 2 months in prison. So compared to the 12 months I would have done in the army, I gained 10 months. And a criminal record, of course. My parents were really upset, not because I went to jail or I refused, but they were afraid that the criminal record would prevent me from getting jobs. But it has never come up on a work interview or something. And actually the only time I've been worried about my criminal record for refusing my military service was just 3 weeks ago. My sister got a job working for the government, and it was security classed. So the security service had to do a background check on her and say that she was okay in order for her to have the job. And the security check started with an interview, and she was asked whether she had any relatives that had any problems with the law. So she brought me up, and they took a note of it, and they didn't say anything about it during the interview, but they probably checked me out. And when she told me that, I was a bit worried that she was going to lose her job just because I refused my military service. But on Tuesday she got the okay, so she's in the clear now. I'm having real problems with this pipe. Suddenly there came a strong smell, taste of raisins when I inhaled or when I sucked in the smoke. Now I think I have to repack this pipe, but I'm sort of done, and if something should come up when I smoke the rest of the pipe, I'll put in a few extra seconds at the end of the video. So thanks for watching, take care, and see you. Hi again, I'm back. Not because I discovered a new taste in the tobacco, but because I want to make a clarification about my refusal to do the military service. It might sound strange that I, during 3 weeks as a conscript, I got enough information to decide that the Swedish military system was a waste of money. But it was more of a principled decision. I hadn't thought much about the army and threats to Sweden before going into the army. But marching around with a bunch of other guys my age, shooting machine guns and sleeping in tents and whatever, made me start to think. And I came to the conclusion, and that was very much in line with my political orientation then and now, that the biggest threats to Sweden aren't military threats. I know we got Russia just around the corner, but I still see the environmental problems and the huge gap between the haves and have-nots in the world as bigger threats. And this is turning into some sort of political manifesto, and I really think, or I would prefer to keep that stuff out of the YouTube pipe community, but I want to make myself clear, and there was no pacifistic reasons for my refusal. I think there are legitimate grounds for some countries to keep an army, and like the US, and I know that a lot of you guys have served in the US Army, for example. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your service or the sacrifices you've made, but from where I was standing, or from where I'm standing or sitting right now, Sweden doesn't really need an army to protect itself. We need to do a lot of other stuff with that money. So yeah, that said, I'll make another attempt to finish this video. So take care, see you, thanks for watching.